All right, let's talk about last night. There were quite a number of conversations that happened last night, guys. I think I might have to do another video about it, all right? But first, let's talk about the games that happened yesterday evening after the live nomination session. Guys, GUGU was doing the Lord's work. I mean, as a prophet that she said she is, GUGU was doing the Lord's work so well. And then Bonni literally had all the housemates clutching their pearls like, like, guys, it was insane. It was insane. Listen, I was so excited last night because, first off, we know that GUGU has been pretty quiet, you know, not like a furniture now, but she's been sort of like in the background, just watching and observing things, you know, just seeing what's been happening in the house. And thankfully, last week was an eviction-free week. And so from yesterday, GUGU decided to unleash. This girl introduced a game that ruffled everybody's feathers. She introduced a game that was so triggering, but because of how she made it fun and entertaining, a lot of the housemates could not really complain. Most of them, they just decided to go with the flow. Some of them, they even tried to pretend. But Bonni said, nope. You all ain't gonna get away from this one. I am gonna expose all of you bitches and niggers. That was exactly what she did. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this video because there's a lot. There's a lot to spill. All right, and please, make sure you watch this video to the end. Do not skip out on any parts. There's a lot you totally do not want to miss out on, all right? And you're all specially welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. All of that said, quickly, let's dive right into the details of this video. GUGU's games. All right, so there were two games, right? There were two games, and the first one started out in the garden, right beside the jacuzzi. Some of the housemates were in the jacuzzi, others were just chilling, you know, they were just sitting on the patio. And quite frankly, I did not really understand the first game because it was just completely unfamiliar to me. Yeah, but it was a spoon game. Now, I am guessing that a housemate would have to, I think they will say something, probably who is the prettiest in the house or something like that. And then spoon will be given to a particular housemate, and then you will give the housemate to who you think is the prettiest in the house, or maybe the most handsome, or what. I did not really understand it, but basically they will say something and then a spoon will be presented to the other person, and the housemates were busy cheering and cheering and cheering. Now, that particular game had really triggered Ashley Ogle, because Sweet Gulliver had received spoons from a lot of ladies. Yes, and that triggered crazy attacks on her on social media last night because of certain things that she said. We're going to talk about that on another video, but that was all about GUGU's first game. Now, the second game was played in the lounge inside the house. Yes, the housemates had been instructed to get into the house, so they were all gathered in the lounge, and GUGU was hell-bent on playing this particular game because I think this morning she had actually explained that the reason she brought back that game was because Biggie had tried to play the game last season. I don't know if you all recall. I think it was on Valentine's Day in the evening where Biggie had, you know, created that game because the housemates that season were kind of boring, you know, but they had turned it into Kumbaya and Love and Light. So GUGU decided to do a remix. Improvise the game so that people are going to talk. So she was asking questions like, who is the biggest person in the house? And people will point. Oh, who is the chihuahua of the house? They will point. Oh, who is the biggest liar in the house? Oh, who is the pretentious person in the house? Oh, who is the most two-faced person in the house? Who is this? Who is that? So the questions were going, and people were like, hey, I don't know, you know, and maybe it's that. But Bonni was there, and this woman said, oh God, as long as I live, as long as I am in this house, I'm going to drag all of you, your dreadlocks on this floor, all of you. And that was exactly what she did. The ones that really cracked me up was when GUGU had asked, who is the biggest chihuahua in the house? I think it was actually Bonni that even brought up that one. And you know, some people were like, oh, it's Nsuku because she's always, she always wants to fight people. But Bonni said no. it's actually Ezra. Because Ezra likes bitching around when he doesn't get his way. And then what happens next is, he gets, I think he likes kissing Sipali's ass. He likes licking Sipali's ass. And then when things doesn't really go his way, he throws away all his toys. I say, Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. And then there was the question of who is the most irritating housemate. And Bonnibee had chosen Ezra again. Then when they asked who is the bitchiest person, I think Ezra was giving the spoon and Ezra had said it was Bonnibee. I said, okay, tit for tat. It was hilarious, like crazy hilarious. Then they had asked the question of who is the most insecure person in the house. Now, I think somebody had actually said it was Bonnibee, but other people were like, nah, it's not Bonnibee, at all. But guess what? Bonnibee had her own answer. She had mentioned KB, and the reason she had given was that KB does not have a mind of her own. She does not really know herself. She gets to, mobilize people to come and help her fight her fight. I think, guys, there was a way she had actually put it, and KB had been so triggered. KB had been so triggered. And then KB decided to play tit for tat. And so she too had asked her own question, that who is the most person in the house that will want to use your pain and your trauma against you to play the game? She did not even finish. Bonnibee was like, everybody, let's say in unison, Bonnibee. And everybody was like, hey, everybody was laughing. So GUGU now asked her that, and why are you answering for yourself? Let her answer for you, or let people answer for you. Bonnibee was like, no, that she's going to answer for herself because she knows that that's what everybody is going to say. So GUGU was insisting, okay, tell us, why did you answer for yourself? So Bonnibee said, okay, fine. That when it comes to the KB story about having been violated, that is understandable. She understands that part. But the part that she doesn't really understand, which of course obviously made her ask KB that question, oh, which one is making you cry? Is it that you got raped or you had to sell your body to men? So she said the part that she doesn't really understand is the part that KB said she was selling her body to men for money. Because if really you needed money to cater to your basic needs, there are jobs everywhere. You could have easily gotten a job, but you chose not to. Back down. Ladies and gentlemen, the house went psh. The house went quiet. Everywhere went cold. Nobody said bim. Because at that moment, it felt like everybody was either shocked that probably what all of them were thinking, somebody had the audacity to say it out loud, or they finally realized that this is actually a thought process. I mean, it's something people could actually think about. And even KB was mute. She did not say anything. So to erase the awkwardness, GUGU now said, well, I believe everybody now can agree that it's Bonnibee. Nobody was really excited to say anything. Guys, see, that part was shocking. It was shocking. And the internet went wild. People were angry. Oh, KB is a mother. Why would she say this kind of... Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, oh my goodness. People just like being emotional rather than logical when it comes to very sensitive conversations like this. But we leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. The game continued. The game continued. Jojo decided to be, bold for the first time. She decided to be bold. And she was like, who is the bully in the house? And then they were asking people, people were joking around, calling their friend's name. And then she said she has an answer. Then she said, Bonnibee. Bonnibee was like, okay, I don't see that as me being a bully. So they were asking her, why is she a bully? And they were like, oh, she's always doing this and that, getting on people. And Bonnibee said no, that what she sees as bullying is when she has an issue with one person. The person does not necessarily react, but the moment the person goes to their clique and tells their clique about it and they all gossip about her, all of them will now come to attack her. That then, at that point, it's now 5 against 1. So that is bullying. And that's the same thing that happened with Nate and KB. So she's not the bully, they are the bullies. And Jojo agreed that, oh yeah, that is true. And then Ashley Ogle said that, well, she doesn't see Bonni B as a bully. You know, that initially she found Bonni B very irritating, but then she has changed her perception now because she has come to understand Bonni B, you know. So when she said that, a lot of people were, you know, on the internet, they were like, hey, Ashley is playing the game. Later on, she will go and nominate Bonni B, because she actually nominated Bonni B last night during the nomination process. And I'm like, well, you can have a changed perception about someone, and you can still go ahead to nominate the person. It doesn't change anything, because at the end of the day, it's a game. The fact that Ashley now recognizes that, okay, Bonni B is not that much of a horrible person, it doesn't mean she's not going to continue nominating Bonni B, because at the end of the day, Bonni B will always be a competition to her, because it's a competition and games will have to be played. So it doesn't change anything. What are people getting unnecessarily aggravated for? Anyways, there was also Sipa Shile that added her own input to that. She said she agrees with everything Ashley said 100%, that she does not see Bonni B as a bully. Bonni B will just speak her mind and whatnot, and that is how it is, you know, because everybody has their own opinion, everybody has their own perception, and she stands by that. The reason Shile had to say that is because of how harshly the Nate's clique, Nate's KB, Mandy Hagan, you know, the way they have actually judged her. I mean, people judged her so heavily all through last week, most especially the weekend. Why? Because she's friends with Bonni B, and because she has a rapport with Bonni B, and that really hurt her feeling. Yesterday, she was even saying that she has been avoiding Nate because she just felt like that was completely unnecessary. You know, Nate shutting her up and judging her and, you know, really probing and chiding her like she's a child. So much later, she's going to have that conversation with Nate. But for now, she just wants to be out of Nate's space, because that was really aggravating. The old her would have reacted, but now she's just trying to avoid Nate because she just felt like everything Nate has been doing is just completely unnecessary. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, everybody has been clocking Nate of late. On my next video, I'm going to give you more details. But in continuation, the game continued. You know, Bonni B was just literally kind of exposing people. And then there was Sweet Guluva, there was Swiss, you know, those ones, they did not want to play the game, they did not want to say anything. And Bonni B was like, those ones, they are the presenters, they are the newscasters, they are the spectators. They don't want to say anything. But the moment, you know, they bring the gist to them, they bring Bonni B's conversation to them, you will see them, they'll jump on it and they'll be talking. So just leave them. But the way she was saying all of these things, she was saying it in a very, you know, joking manner, so that it doesn't seem like it's too serious. I mean, everything Bonni was saying, she was saying it in a very entertaining manner. So everybody was laughing. There was tension there, where everybody was laughing because it was funny. I mean, you just could not hold your laughter. Everybody was laughing. But in the midst of all of that laughter, even though Swiss was laughing, the guy was angry, he was aggravated, but he couldn't say anything. Why? Because Nate was not there. And of course, he's got no balls. Because it was afterwards, when dinner had been served, that he was now angry. He was now acting dramatic. He was now like this. What's wrong with that bitch? How would she say da? Eh? What the fuck, man? How would she say da? He was now angry. This guy was angry. You know, he was now giving off reactions. Ezra too was angry. Like, tomorrow morning, we need to have men's conference. I was just looking at these two guys and I'm like, nah, what is this? Why are people acting like you don't have balls? Like, what is this? When the whole thing was going on, you people were also laughing. You did not react at all. You did not react. And it wasn't like Bonni B was even directly attacking people. Like, it wasn't like she was insulting people. No, it was a game and people needed to give answers. You did not react. Now, you are reunited with your coven, Nate, KB, what's the other one's name? I can't remember who else was there. But Ezra was there and Swiss, the four of them. I think there was somebody else there. I can't remember who. But Swiss was now like, I want to go and talk to her. And they were not telling him to calm down. I said, I don't understand. When you were in close proximity to Bonni B, she was even coming to your face and saying what she was saying. You didn't give any reaction. You didn't do shit. Now, Nate is there and you're not acting like, because his excuse was now like, I didn't want to talk to her. Because if I talk to her, if I fight with her, they're going to say, oh, a dude is fighting with a girl. I don't want to be that person. I'm like, shush. They're gonna say what they're gonna say. You're good. It's fine with a girl. Dude, shut it. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday, during our live conversation, when I analyzed the personalities and characters of all of these housemates, I told you all that Swiss is hiding behind Nate. That guy, whether he has a ball or not, or whether he has balls or not, whether he has a spine or not, we don't know. Because half the time, you see him hiding behind Nate to even say things or do things or even give reactions. So it's like, yeah, because Nate is my best friend, I talk to my friend, but no. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, in my personal opinion, thanks to GUGU, thanks to GUGU for that game, because yes, she exposed herself to be an instigator. A lot of the housemates felt really offended and they were telling her that, oh, her true colors are now coming out, and she's like, no, that's her. That is who she is. It's not a matter of her true colors. That is who she is. But people were quite offended. But she doesn't really care. For her, everybody now has an idea of who everybody is. So now they know what they are dealing with in this new week. And ladies and gentlemen, I loved it. I liked it. And also, last night's game was really eye-opening for Mandy Hagan. Because this morning, she now had a conversation with BONNIBEE. It's coming up on my next video, hopefully. But in the meantime, I would love to hear from all of you your thoughts about that game and everything that transpired. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching and bye.